So I had to escape here to the Jamaica Center bathroom because the one in Roosevelt was 71st Avenue. They're stalking me there. They're stalking me everywhere. I try to escape from these people. They'll come into the bathroom with me, try to start a fight. And if they discover I found another bathroom, they'll stalk me there. I believe they're just trying to kill me because so my mother's daughters can inherit my property because I'm a gay. I was born a male, I'm not a woman. You know, and if I'm killed, I don't have any family other than my mother's daughters and stuff. And they say if you die with, your, without a will, your properties or your potential asset will go to your distant relatives. So, and it's so hard to get a will. I don't even have an ID. They say you have to create a will, you have to have an ID and two witnesses. I don't really know anybody in America that much or that well. I've always, been homeless now for 15 years. My mother brought me here in 2000. I was arrested by immigration. I was dealing with that case for 8 years. So I was really, I really couldn't go out while my case was going on. I tried to go into school, but the school kicked me out because I couldn't pay. I was getting A. I was at like 3.9 GPA in San Francisco College, computer science major in 2003. And they kicked me out in Brooklyn because they were like, I couldn't pay the school fees. My mother fell sick, got a heart attack because I had an immigration case at that time also. So she was going to be paying $500 a month, but the school said no. I have to pay everything in full to be able to come back to school. So I'm getting stuck like crazy now. They're hiring black Americans to stalk me. They say once they can kill you in this country, they can then lie that, all your potential lawsuit money should go to them, and they can even claim you adopted their kids. So they're having black Americans stalk me like crazy, men, women. I don't know any of these people. I'm not looking for a marriage partner. I'm not looking for anyone. I'm not looking to adopt anybody's kids. But I do beg for money outside. So I guess they plan to lie that while I was begging for money, I was also, you know, getting paid to be a surrogate. I don't have any relationship with anyone to be anybody's surrogate. So in case I die and somebody claims, we had a secret relationship and, I adopted their kids while I was homeless on the street, that's how you know you're the damn liar. So that should be the red flag. Anybody claims to have any secret going on with them. I'm an immigrant. I'm under FBI surveillance. Since my mother brought me in 2000, there's no secret in America. No secret anything. I, as an immigrant, know that. They put the FBI on me, surveilling my phone, surveilling my everything. My mother's daughter's finally killed in 2015. Framed mental illness when she was getting treated for heart disease. Even when I used to talk to my mother on the phone, she was like, "Why does your phone sound like it's tapped?" So it's always echoing when I'm talking. Even when I was calling lawyers with my phone, they would tell me they can't hear my phone properly. There was a time they put my phone on a bad wiretap. They were after they killed Eric Garner, they were tapping my phone so bad. Eric Garner was trying to help me with my court papers. Even people were telling me my phone sounds awful. It was when I'm talking to it sound like I'm drowning in water. So they told the phone company. Either they told the phone company to give me bird service. So I've been under the FBI surveillance since 2000. And they say when they put you on FBI surveillance like that, they don't remove it ever. Even Martin Luther King, when they put him on surveillance, they said they left him on surveillance forever. So their law enforcement is encouraging their gangs to rob me and make sure they deny me justice. They said they did it to the black Americans as a march for civil rights. People like Martin Luther King, they said it was being hostile treated, sprayed with water, arrest by the police. They even planted criminals, the FBI planted criminals in this organization to be snitching on him, and they finally got him killed. And they said it was alleged they hired the assassin that killed him. His family was able to get justice, but they could only get $100 because they found out information that the FBI was involved in assassinating him late. So his family used the law on I think either South Carolina law, North Carolina law, because part of the plan to kill Martin Luther King was actually either South Carolina or North Carolina. So one of the Carolinas, they used that law to sue, and that law allows you to sue late, but they can only get $100 maximum under that law. So please donate to my Cash App, charitable, non-conditional donations only, as they're menacing me. I don't really like this bathroom. because it doesn't have a seat. So I'm sitting on the cold surface. I put a tissue on. I prefer the other ones have seats. I don't like this one. I don't. Yeah, the other ones have a seat. You can pull down. So I'm sitting on the cold. So I'm sitting close to the toilet water, and sometimes it splodges on my butt, and people will be making fun of me that my anus smells funny. So that's why I don't really like using this kind of bathroom. But I'm trying to avoid all these people that stop me, harass me, follow me to the other bathrooms on the First Avenue, and I just try to change my location, but it doesn't really help because they already know, what area, because I have a lot of bags with me. So one of my bags is outside. They broke the door lock here. I can't lock the door. So I placed one of my bags in front of the door. So because I need an elevator, I'm limited to what train stops I could get out of. They don't have the elevators in the train stop. So these people that are stalking me, they wait for me in areas that the train has elevators, like here, Jamaica Center, last stop on the E train. So I'm not here to meet anybody. I'm just here living my life, trying to dodge all these people stalking me. So in case anything happens to me and they claim, they had an appointment to meet me, now I'm not looking for any surrogate. A lady was walking by and she was talking, I'll see you later, baby, I'll see you later, baby. So I don't know who the hell she was talking to. I don't know her. I'm not here to meet anybody for surrogacy. I just, I came here to find a bathroom, and sometimes I go outside to try to get food, because I'm hungry. I carry little bags. So they said, if you die, they can lie that you're in a secret arrangement with them. You always come to Queens to meet people, because they may claim, I'm looking for women surrogates. That's why I come to Queens. Now, these are all lies. I don't know any of these people. I'm trying to avoid them. So a lady was speaking. So today is November 30th, 2025. It's around 9 a.m. There's cameras outside. This is the East train station, Jamaica Center. The Black American woman, I don't know if she's Black American, but she sounds like it. She was talking about, she has a lot of mangoes. Mangoes is good for you. And she was, standing in front of my bathroom. Like, she was acting like she was talking on the phone, and she was saying, I'll see you later, baby. I'll see you later, baby. 20 minutes in time. I'll see you later, baby. So, I do go outside. I'm not a prisoner. I'm not going to hide in the train forever. But I'm not looking for any surrogates. I'm not looking for any wife. I'm not looking for any husband. I was born in male, but I'm a woman. So I'm being stalked in America, and they said inheritance scam is so rampant. They said there was a gay white guy that came to New York for a job seminar last year, and the Black American criminal targeted him, lured him with fake romance, and the white guy was swayed and told the Black American guy to follow him home, and they didn't even get to his house. The Black American guy told the white guy to have the smoke. The smoke was laced with fentanyl. The white guy took a smoke, and that's it. The white guy died in the Uber. The Black American searched his pocket, found his credit card, and abandoned him in the Uber to die. The black guy didn't even go home with him. Wasn't interested in him at all. He just, fakely lured this white guy. So the white guy, with forced romance, until the white guy told the Black American guy to follow him home. And the Black American guy killed this white guy in the Uber last year, took his credit card, the white guy's credit card, and this Black American guy went and spent it in Bloomingdale's. They finally arrested him, and stuff, So this is what is going on. There's all kinds of drug addicted criminals, and they're just looking for money, So there's this lady, she sounded like she's Black American. She was standing in front of my door saying, see you later, baby. I have mangoes, 20 minutes time. Your mangoes is good for you. You gotta eat mangoes, So this is sexual harassment, So there's cameras outside. This is the E-Train Jamaica Center. So FIFA is not safe. You have to bring the work up here. They're lying on people. And they, and I tried, when I was using the bathroom in Chambers Street, the police came and busted the door open on November 14, 2025. The date is a significant 14. 14 is Valentine's Day. So they came and attacked me on November 14. They said the police told me, somebody told them I was hiding in the bathroom and I just stolen a cell phone. And there's a black American woman that used to threaten me in Queens that we're going to burst into the bathroom door one day. She always harasses me on 71st Avenue, Continental Avenue, 71st Avenue, and the artery in the bathroom there. She said that one day we're going to burst into the bathroom. And they finally did it when I was using the bathroom in my chambers. And I contacted the Queens prosecutor that this woman threatened that she's going to burst into the bathroom with a gang one day. And the Queens prosecutor didn't help me at that time. I sent an email to the Queens prosecutor. So they're telling their prosecutors not to help immigrants get justice, and I'm being targeted like crazy all day long, everywhere I go. So this was going on. So please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless. I'm looking for charity donation, non-conditional charity donations only. I'm not looking for any surrogate. I'm not into any cult. I'm not, I do watch a lot of Instagram videos. That doesn't mean I'm interested in these people. I do learn a lot from these Instagram videos because some of them seem to be talking about my situation and stuff. So I just go there to, to research what is, whatever danger I'm facing and whatever evidence is out there. So these bloggers tend to mock my situation, do skits making fun of my situation. There's a Nigerian guy there also. He has a black American girlfriend. Since I was arrested by the police, he has done a skit, because the police told me to lower my voice, speak with a house voice, and his name is Muiz and Jay, and that's the name of this Nigerian and black American. They are like a couple, and they do skits on Instagram, and he did a skit after that where his black American girlfriend was calling him daddy, and he was touching his penis, and he was saying, say that again, so I think he's hinting that I was attacked in the bathroom because they're trying to make it look like that's what I like. I like a lot of violence, and the criminal gang that called the police on me was just giving me what I like. That I like a lot of violence. I like to be beat up. There's some people in America love domination and stuff, I guess that's my payment, to get the police to beat me up and arrest me falsely, and then they can now go and create a chart for me. They've already paid me what I like. So I guess they want to make the most ridiculous lies about my kill me. They said some black Americans hate Africans. They said Africans sold them into slavery, and the whites under Jim Crow would just make up lies and kill a black American for nothing, lynch them for nothing. There was this case of Immatel. He was a black boy visiting Mississippi from Chicago, and this white woman made up a lie about him. Immediately she saw him, she told people it's been, hitting at her, like trying to seduce her. So he was looking at her, and she got the black boy killed. And soon afterwards, she admitted some years back that she lied on him. He wasn't hitting at her. He wasn't supposed to, so things like that. So they said that the white will kill black Americans for funny reason. And now, under this Trump, some black Americans are trying to abuse me and kill me for funny reason and steal my property. And I guess when the whites killed the black American slave or whatever, at that time, they would take the property or whatever the black American has. So this is what is going on. I'm experiencing reverse discrimination by black Americans. I'm a Nigerian, whereby they call the police to lie on me. And I guess they will claim that's what I love. I love to be arrested as an immigrant. Every immigrant loves to be beat up. That's why we came to America, so the immigration can beat us up. So they are calling the police on me everywhere. And then I guess they will claim when the police kill me that they've already paid me with what I like. And then they will go and adopt a child form. So, so they say there's something called doxing, where people will troll you and call the police on you and lie about you. It's called being a Karen. It's really meant to horrify the black victim. I've never seen any black victim that claimed they wanted police to be harassing them and arresting them. So I guess in my case, they plan to fool the jury and just kill me for no reason. Because Diallo was killed with 40 bullets, and the police officers got away with it. They claimed they didn't know he didn't have a weapon. They said he was reaching for his pocket when they wrongfully stopped them, So Diallo didn't get justice. My mother was killed also. She's from Nigeria. Her own daughter's pregnant. That's crazy. So I guess some black Americans believe this is their time. under this Al-Qaeda leadership to kill Africans like me and get away with it. So a woman came to the bathroom earlier and was saying, "See you later, baby. See, I'm going to get some mangoes. I got some mangoes. Mangoes is good for you." So they have some black Americans that stop me on the street, make it look like, I'm the one interested in them. And I heard if they can kill you, they can then claim that, you adopted their child, that you're surrogate, that you're surrogate, and their child would inherit their property. They said America has liberal laws that favors children, and when there's confusion, the judge would just rule in favor of the child, especially if there's a lot of property left behind. This is called parentage by estoppel. So I believe this is the loophole in the law they are trying to work on. A black American actress also said it happened to her some years back. She married a black American guy, and she had all the money, he didn't have any money. And she divorced the guy, and all of a sudden the guy says she has to pay child support because she told him orally to go and adopt a child in China. And he has gone ahead and adopted a child in China. She has to pay child support. And she argued she never told him to adopt any child. That they had a marriage and she was the breadwinner and they didn't have any child. And he just concocted that lie to make her pay child support. And the judge said, we have to rule in the favor of a child. You have a lot of money and a child has been adopted, and we just have to go ahead and award child support to the child. So whenever there's confusion, we just rule on what's best for the child. The child has already been adopted. So what happened to that black American woman? I guess they want to use, create fake narratives around regarding that. So this is a inheritance scam going on in America, and I'm being targeted. I've been planning to sue the immigration for arresting me wrongfully in 2000, and the NYPD for taking my home wrongfully in 2010, and killing my friend Eric Gonzalez for helping with the court papers, and sue the Bellevue Hospital for the way my mother's daughters invaded the hospital and lied about my mother, saying the hospital should lock her up in the mental ward, even though my mother wasn't crazy. Address told me they did that intentionally, just to try to get benefits for my mother. They said in America it's easier to get benefits for somebody if you lie that they're crazy. My mother was homeless at the time, and they wanted to kill my mother so they can steal her properties. My mother has properties all over the world. She invested in gold in Ghana. She has land and houses in Africa, and since then they've stolen all my mother's property and didn't give me nothing. So my mother said her daughters were working with one of her daughters that's a Nigerian fungi, the ones here in Bologna, Florida. And it's been 10 years since they killed my mother. No lawyer in America would help me. I've been under FBI surveillance, and the FBI was listening in. As my mother would call me on the phone in Pennsylvania, tell me her daughters are making plans to kill her, and she's about to run away and come back to New York. But she doesn't just want to be on the street. So she was trapped in Pennsylvania. After the police took my mother's home on Staten Island, New York, in 2014, my mother went to live with her daughters in Pennsylvania because she was having problems getting housing, and the shelter she was in was giving her problems also. And the FBI was listening in to my mother, requesting assistance from me, said I should contact everybody I know to save her life. And of course, nobody wanted to help me or her. Now she's dead, and the FBI wouldn't help me either. They didn't arrest the daughters, even though the daughters admitted to me by text message that they intentionally lied to my mother, because they were just trying to get a government benefit that only crazy people qualify for housing in New York. I don't even think that is true. So they just wanted to kill her, and they found the most humiliating way to kill my mother because they knew my mother, if you get her angry, she will get angry. So they set her up by telling doctors to lock her up in the mental ward. My mother speaks with a Nigerian accent. Her daughters were born in America, so they speak with an American accent. So they used that as leverage to, to get the doctors to bully my mother with them. And they said in America, if you don't like somebody, the best way to destroy the person is to call the person crazy. It's called gaslighting. So that's what our daughters did. And it provoked my mother, made her angry, and got her killed, and stole all her property. So while I'm trying to resolve this case, I believe some of my mother's daughter's gang are targeting me everywhere. There was a lady that came in from the bathroom. She was like, see you later, baby. I got mangoes. You got to eat mangoes. Mangoes is good for you. So, and it was stalking me. I do beg for money outside, So I guess they plan to concoct later as I'm begging for money. It means I'm a surrogate begging for surrogacy or whatever. I'm not looking for any surrogates. I'm not a surrogate either. So in case anybody claims I'm in a secret agreement with them, I'm not in a secret agreement with anybody. I'm just a homeless person. I do ask for charity financial donations. I also ask you, can you please spare a dollar? Can you please spare a dollar? That's about it. And that doesn't translate to me looking for a surrogacy or whatever. I'm cross-eyed. Somebody was talking on Instagram. It was a black American guy. That I said, well, you can see these people with your eye. So I'm cross-eyed. So I guess they're gonna argue. They assumed I was looking for a surrogate. Sometimes my eye crosses. So I guess they're gonna be arguing. I was looking at them funny, and with my eye crossed, and I thought that it means I was looking for surrogacy. No. So this is an abuse of my disability rights. You can't abuse somebody's a guy on Instagram. I can't even remember his name. Yeah, his name is like Dillian. I was so surprised. He said this is how he flirts with people with his eyes. I'm like, that's interesting. So having a lot of black Americans just joining in and creating a false narrative. There's this black American radio host, his name is Charlemagne, and he always says things like, nobody will believe the truth if you can come up with a good lie. And this Charlemagne works for the Breakfast Club, Power 105.1. And, and he's a convicted sex trafficker or sex abuser, whatever. And every Wednesday, I was born on a Wednesday, July 8, 1981 is a Wednesday. He would say, Wednesday's hump day. So I guess they want to make up lies that if I'm begging for money on Wednesday, it means I want to be humped and sexually. So here's the guy dealing in, And he posted something that this how he flirts with people by just turning to that, Let me try and find the video. So I don't know if it's part of how do you flirt. I don't know anyone that flirts like that, but that's interesting. It claims it's funny, I used to have a blue bathroom robe like that. That's very interesting. Before I was removed, so it seems the FBI must be watching me with satellite camera also. I used to have a blue bathroom robe like that. And sometimes I think it's just mocking me with his account ever since I started following him. So I have cross eyes. I was diagnosed with strabismus some years back.